moly. Holy. Ha. Oh my God, I just burnt my insides. Oh dear, I made my tea 28,000 degrees too hot. Oh, my eyes are watering. Okay, way to contain yourself. Gee whiz. I'll let that tea go too hot. But I have a new tune, so listen a minute, okay? Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars suddenly appear? No, fall from the sky every time you walk by. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Not too shabby, right? YouTube, quite handy. And as you can see, I did print this weekend. As you can see, I did a little quarantine bang cut last night at midnight. Sam is going to chew me out when she sees that. Hi, Husens. They didn't work out very well. I just felt the need for bangs, and I'm gonna regret it. Why? I'm gonna regret it. There's some choppy business. Gah! I thought it was gonna be cool, but I messed up. I messed up. It's all right. It's gonna grow back. It's only hair, you know. Okay. Quarantine story time. Quarantine story time. Quarantine story time. Oh yeah. The Why Was the Carpenter's song. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, I got a choppy spot. Sometimes you gotta cut and see what happens. You know, it is what it is. So, first of all, I got the cutest video. Tracy's watching. From one of my little fans named Myra. God, the more I look at him, the more I'm like, dope! I need to get a new hat, is what I need. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Alright, ready for this little video of Myra, who is fantastic. And she has her own words for my song, but it's hilarious. Let me just get it all queued up. She calls it cornitine, cornitine, which I think is hilarious. Are you ready? Let me make sure the volume's up. Okay, ready?
Storytime,
Cornitine, cornitine, which I think is hilarious. Myra, you are awesome. And then you want to know what else happened this weekend? So Friday, after I read Pinkalicious, my friend Cadence showed up and she brought me this because she's so sweet and she was so nice and I liked her very much. I wish I could hug her, but I couldn't. So this is what she brought me. Ready? She brought me pink cupcakes with little jelly beans on them. And I had one and I was like, thanks, Cadence. I love books from Sloan. So Myra and Cadence, my new little fans, they were wonderful. So that's cool. Cornitine, which I also found quite hilarious. Cornitine, or Q-U-O-R-N, cornitine. Yeah, so I was playing that Carpenter song. I did not turn pink. pink was had. So they must have had some weird dye in their cupcakes because I stayed exactly. I've been there with the hair. Yours looks better than mine, but when you get tired of it, it's time to get out the Seymour. I can't see more. Cornitine. Yeah, there might be something with cornitine. I have a corn block, so it could be cornitine. Story time. I printed cards. This is gonna be a new one, and I carved this guy. Can you see that? I carved this muscly dude or muscly person because it could be me and what I want to strive for. Can you see that? It's silver, so it's a little bit subtle. I carved that block, and Sam was here printing, so this is gonna be a sweet new card. It looks so cool on here. So we printed a lot, organized some more, did some stuff. Oh, I'm printing some posters for some grads, you know. That's kind of cool. My tea is too hot. I burned my esophageal aperture. I don't know. I must have cranked that up to 1,000 degrees. Yeah, and then you put it in a Yeti, and it's going to be hot for 10 more hours. So forget that. All right. So today, and my friend Alicia dropped off some books that I'm really stoked for, but I'm going to read hers on Wednesday because I got to put a little time into them. You know, I got to practice. These bangs. I got to find a hat. What do I got for hats in here? Dope. She brought me, you have to eat 20 cupcakes to turn pink. Yeah, that's probably what it is. She brought me Mix It Up from the creator of the New York Times bestseller Press Here. And then this one is a Minnesota writer, Michael Hall. We're going to read that one. Red, a crayon story. We like crayons. And then, Why is Blue Dog Blue? So those are awesome. And she's awesome for bringing those. She bought 6 Cornitine Storytime card kits to give to her graduating students. She's alright, that one. Yeah, I just gotta stop looking at it. Okay? So, we're gonna read this one. The Mixed Up Chameleon. Which is actually chameleon, but it looks like chameleon, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see what this chameleon has to say about things. Right. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish, and you could hardly see it. So, you know, chameleons do that thing where they're like, I'm going to match this flower, then I'm going to match this tree, then I'm going to match the sand. You can only see my eyeball. And then I'm going to match this green leaf. That would be kind of cool if you could do that. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. So there he's like, hey, I feel good, I'm hydrated, I got my steps in, and I had a very balanced breakfast. I've drank only coffee, I'm totally dehydrated, and I feel like crud. So that's just an example of what that looks like. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat and waited. Only its eyes moved up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting. But one day, so look at his tongue. It's very long, and there's that fly. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Sticky tongue coming at me. And he's like, I shall eat you, little fly. Okay. The chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. So there's a seal and a turtle, polar bear, flamingo, little fish, fox, deer, giraffe, elephant, a couple of random people with a little umbrella. Okay? The chameleon thought, how small I am and how slow, how weak. I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear. And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. So he's doing the old comparison game, which we've all done, me included. Oh, I wish I was big and strong. Instead, so then he's like, oh yeah, there, your wish comes true. Still not happy. So then he's like, I wish I could be handsome, like a flamingo. So there's the flamingo. And then, doink, he got feathers and big pink legs. Okay. I wish I could be smart like a fox. Okay, so now he's got a red tail like a fox, and pink wings, and a white, big, strong body. Ugh, and googly eyes. I wish I could swim like a fish. So now he's got all these things. So now he's got fins, so he can do all the things. And now he's like, ah, what? And this, okay, okay. I wish I could run like a deer. Now he's got all of these things. Now he's got horns, and he's even more googly-eyed. I think he keeps getting more and more mixed up. Okay. OMG! I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. So now he's... So now he's got all those things, and now a big, long, googly neck. So he can see all the things. He can see over everyone. Turtle! I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. So now he's like, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. And then he's like, oh, sweet, I got a shell, and a neck, and horns, and fins, and feathers, and da-da-da-da-da. Hello, Miss Mary. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. Oh, man, is he mixed up. So now he's... Okay, so now, what? Neck, head, horns, shell, tail, fins. What is this guy, even? I wish I could be funny like a seal. Oh, I see. They're doing a little rainbow. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. What? Now he's got fins, front and back, shell, tail, trunk, horns. Ugh, terrifying. I wish I could be like people. Just then, a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. And it was a little of this, and it was a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. Because now he doesn't have his long, sticky tongue anymore. So now he's like, all these things. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. People. Then he's like, ah, I can't even get that fly. He's right on my back. Ah, I can't even reach him with any of my weird hands. There's all the rainbow colors. I wish I could just be myself. And the chameleon's wish came true. And it caught the fly. You know what that means. We just gotta be ourselves. We're not gonna be all the things. We can't be all the things. We only can just be us and eat flies. Wait, what? I'm not eating any flies. There's a rainbow. So that's quite lovely. Rainbows and whatnot. That's good. I like that one. And that chameleon's pretty cute. And he should just be himself. Not a turtle. And not all those other things. Right? I'm so delighted that books are included. Blah, blah, blah. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Same guy. So that's pretty cool. So, let's see here. Let's try a couple dad jokes, huh? Since my hair is kind of a little bit of a dad joke today. You know? I really want to drink this tea, but it's 468,000 degrees. Ah! Alright, I'm done with the tea. Woo! That is unfortunate. And I spilled all over my trousers. Okay. You go away. Stupid hot tea. Ha! Oh, my dear. That was aggressive. Alright, let's try some. Where do you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school. Oh, this is a Mary joke. What do you say to a lollipop when you throw it away? So long, sucker! I'm using that one. For shiz. I do need an ice cube. I think I burnt right there. Stupid tea. Okay, not funny, not funny. What's a shark's favorite sandwich? Peanut butter and jellyfish. You know? That's not bad. That's not bad. Remember this one? How do you get a baby alien to sleep? You rock it. Rock it! You want to hear a joke about a stone? Never mind, I'll just skip that one. Because you skip stones. Beep, boop, beep. How about, why didn't the melons get married? Because they cantaloupe. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Just like a baby astronaut. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear? Sneakers! That's hilarious. Okay. Let's try one more. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tuba glue. So long, suckers. That's hilarious. What did one toilet say to the other toilet? You look a bit flushed. Yo, I am a fan of dad jokes. And I need someone to fix my hair now. I'm just going to cut it more now tonight to try to make it better. So no good will come of that. Tomorrow I'm going to have bowl bangs. And I'll be wearing hats for 3 months. So there's that. Okay, so the next book that I shall read is going to be... oh dear. Don't put that there. There's money in that. Just leaving things around. I think we're going to read Walter the Farting Dog. Because dogs fart. And sometimes it's not lovely. No, every time it's not lovely. But this dog, Walter, he's probably an aging dog, which means it's even worse. So we're going to read this one and see why Walter stunk out everyone in the world. For everyone who's ever felt misjudged or misunderstood, I have felt both. Okay, let's see about Walter. Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the dog pound. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we love him, said Betty. Well, he smells awful, said their mother. I think you better give him a bath. So there's Walter. He's kind of a big guy. And there's Billy and Betty. And there's a little meow, meow, meow. Sweet shoes, Billy. And he's like, I'm super happy to have a home. I was sad and depressed in the pound. Mother walked in and said, he still smells awful. And that's when they got the first clue. The telltale bubbles in the water. He's probably just a little nervous, said Mother, hopefully. His stomach must be upset. But Walter's stomach wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was fine. He felt perfectly normal. He just farted a lot. So, sometimes dogs fart, and if he farts in the bathtub, it makes bubbles, and everyone's like, it's horrible, Walter. And then she has a sprayer that says Fart Buster, and then that other one says Fart Off, and the kitty Meow Meow is like, oh, that's quite disgusting and disdainful. And the kids are like, but I love this dog. And Walter's feeling sheepish. He's feeling sheepish. I'm wearing a bracelet that says Haley. That is wonderful, Haley. Okay. He did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. He did it in the dining room. He did it in the kitchen. And he did it in his sleep. You know? So he's like, and they're just like, Walter, come on, keep it together. I think they should look into changing his dog food, because that's a lot to try to, worry about all the time. Just, stinking dogs. That dog farts morning, noon, and night, said Father. He can't help it, Dad, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind Walter's farts. So what if he farts said Billy to Betty when they were alone in their room with Walter. Betty agreed. Walter agreed too. He sat there looking innocently around, farting. Take him to the vet, said Father. It's pretty funny. So they're just like, we love him, even though he's gassy. And the dad's like, seriously, dude, take him to the vet. And the cat's like, I'm sick of it. But they've grown tolerated to it. So they become nose blind, you know, so that Tuck, our dog, Stinky. See? Parker knows. Dogs fart. It is a thing. They can't avoid it. You know? Let's see. Farting, said the vet, or rectal flatulence, as we say in the medical profession, and prescribed a change in diet. What did I say? So, there's Walter with the doctor getting up in there with his little magnifying glass, and Walter's like, that is hilarious. And, you know, I mean, it just is what it is, you know, dogs fart, and especially old, chubby ones. They gave Walter every kind of dog food. He farted. They tried him on cat food. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers, and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They gave him fried chicken. They gave him rabbit food. They made him a vegetarian. No matter what that dog eats, he turns it into farts, roared Father. First of all, don't give your dog hot dogs and hamburgers, okay, or fried chicken. That is insane. There's no way the doctor recommended that. You know? Like, come on, people. Bananas? Ah! And so he's like, fart, 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 meow, meow, meow. And the cat's like, dude, get your paws off my cat food. In the meantime, farting away like a crazy person. Now Parker will be running around all day saying farts and giggling. I apologize to that. Katie Joe. Walter got the blame for everybody else's farts, too. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood near Walter. Then all he had to say was, Walter, and everyone would look at poor Walter. See, Uncle Irv is being a little bit naughty, you know, so he's like, and then he's like, dang, Walter, that's foul. And Walter's like, I didn't even do that. And everyone's looking at him like, yeah, you did, dude. Yeah, you did. He has to go back to the pound, said Father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy. Don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said Father. They pleaded. Walter farted. It was all over. That night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. Oh, Walter, said Betty, you've got to stop farting, because Father is going to send you back to the pound tomorrow. Walter, your life depends on it. Which is, you know, it's always that mean dad that's like, I can't stand it. Not gonna smell that guy's farts 24/7. And look what he's doing while they're pleading with him. He's farting away. The cat's like, it's so disgusting. You know? I mean, Walter, you know, some dogs are just made like that. So Walter knew how serious the situation was. He'd never see Betty and Billy again, he resolved. Okay, I'm sorry. He resolved to hold in his farts forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down to the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. He managed to open up the cupboard door with his nose and found the 25 bag of low fart dog biscuits the vet had prescribed for him, which had made him fart more. Even though he knew they made him fart more, he couldn't resist, and he ate the entire bag. Very tasty, Walter said to himself. You know, so there they are, fart-free biscuit, and he's like, it's amazing. And then he went to lay down on the sofa. A gigantic gas bubble began to build inside him. This is going to be trouble, he said to himself nervously. He was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house would explode, so he kept it in. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. But he had resolved never to fart again. His future depended on it. As he lay there with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he heard a noise at the window. Hilarious. So he's like, come on, dude, hold it. And the cat's like, meow, meow, meow. You're fun to lay on, you fuzzy old stinky mutt. And he's like, hold it together, man. But he heard something at the window. He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came through. They dropped silently into the kitchen. Watch out for the dog, said one of the burglars. He won't bite, he's a wimp. Walter might have bitten them, except he was so filled with gas he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't bark. Okay, whispered the first burglar. Let's clear the place out. They took everything they could get their hands on. Walter wanted to stop them, but he was having unbearable gas pains. He rolled on his back and waved his paws in the air and gnashed his teeth. We got it all, said the second burglar. Let's go. So they're like, yeah, that dog's a wimp. He's not going to do nothing, bad guy. And this guy's like, yeah, shish. Look, he's got a weird hole in his shirt. He's wearing Converse. That's not cool for the cool people that wear Converse. That guy's trouble. He's got shifty eyes. And they're taking all the loot. I don't like it. That's when Walter let it fly. It was the worst part of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot him across the room. A hideous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats, unable to breathe. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window, and they tried to grab their bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were too weak. Let's get out of here. So he just was, boom! Shot him across the room, and he's like, oh man, that feels so good. And they're like, literally, I'm literally dying. I can't breathe, me either. It's hurting my eyes and my nose holes and my ear holes and my eye holes. Me too, drop the loot. Let's get out of here. You know? They jumped off the window and ran up the block, choking and gasping for air. Still blinded by Walter's attack, they stepped into the headlights of an approaching police car. Hold it right there, said the policeman. You know? So they're like, fresh air. What does he got on his head? Does he have a spider on his head? That's bizarre. I think the spider wanted to get out of there too. The cloud is still hanging around us. And the cop's like, you dudes stink. And they're like, help us. Please take us to jail. You know? When father and mother came down in the morning, they found the open window and they saw the bag with all their valuables in it. And Walter was sitting beside it. He still had the rag tied around his snoot. You'd have to say he looked heroic. You saved the silverware, cried Mother. You saved the VCR. Anyone know what a VCR is? Good dog, Walter. You're our dog, even if you do fart all the time. Yay! So he's like, I'm a big, mean dad, but you know what? You saved the old VCR. And the mom's like, yeah, that silverware was handed down to me for 4 generations, so that was worth $28. And the cat's like, yeah, I don't mind your farts after all. And he's like, I can't ever eat those biscuits again because they were horrendous. You know? And so the family learned to live with Walter, the hero dog. And that's the end of our tale. Bah, bah, bah. So now he's like farting away. And they're all like, we don't mind it. We've grown nose blind to it. And the cat's like, it's still disgusting, but I love him. And they're all like, yay, yay. Farting away into some sort of a canister. Wonderful. That was hilarious. Walter's Wonder Park. 100% natural gas powered. Yeah, they should try to find a way to utilize all that butane or whatever. You know? That was hilarious. Walter the farting dog. Yeah, you know, dogs, man. You gotta love them. You just gotta. No matter what. Even if they do fart. You can't bring them back. Dad? What kind of dad says bring them back? You don't ever bring a dog back to the pound. You know? It's not acceptable behavior. Dog farts save the day. That's true. That was good. I actually lost it on that one. I was not composed because that was hilarious. Using a VCR as we speak. I'm dubbing old tapes to DVDs and then ripping those to digital. Wow, VCRs! That's hilarious. I think it's quite good. I gotta figure out something with these bangs. It's quite unfortunate. You know, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm not over it, but I'm over it, but I'm not over it. Don't cut your hair in the middle of the night because you're bored ever. Ugh. Okay, so remember, I'm switching to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That was so sad and hilarious. I know, it was sad and hilarious, but it ended up being not sad because they kept Walter and everything's fine, no matter what. But they can maybe utilize some quarantine masks if they live with such a stinky dog. Right? So yeah, I've been playing a little uke. So Parker wants to know what you having for lunch. I made tater tot hot dish for Marianne for Mother's Day at her house yesterday. So I'm going to have leftovers of tater tot hot dish. I'm very excited because who doesn't love tater tot hot dish? Certainly not a Minnesotan. Hilarious. We know all about dog farts in our house. Christy, did you get the book yet? Yeah, me too, me too. All right. Quarantine story time. Quarantine story time. Quarantine story time. Oh, yeah. Or sometimes quarantine, like Myra says. All right, so I'll let you know how that card turns out. My daughter Ella is learning to play the ukulele and will like to play Quarantine Storytime theme song. All right, well, it's all it is G, C, G, C, G, C. That's it. Quarantine. That's it. Super easy. So you do. But then I'll teach you how to sing the why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just because la la boop beep ba ba ba. Okay, well, thank you for not laughing at my goofy bangs. Ah! And I'll see you on Wednesday where we can talk about more stuff, and I'll be reading Alicia's books because they're great and I cannot wait. Oh, whoa, I almost forgot gumballs. And look at this. My friend Kathy gave me this. It's a picture, but it has real gumballs in it. What? So let's try the gumball guessing game with this today, okay? So you only guess one because only one comes out at a time on this one. So I'll do two. Make your guesses. Go! What's number one? What's number one? What's number one? You have a way better chance of winning. Because... Ouch, that hurt my throat a little bit. Okay, because there's only two. So ready? Green, pink. Keep them coming. We got our book. We're super excited. Thanks. Yay. Orange. All right, is that it? I'm going for it. Are you ready? Green. Okay, so here it goes. I don't know where it's going to go. Thank you very much. Gesundheit. I think you just turn it. What do you do? You pull it? Oh, red! Ba, ba, ba. All right, let's try one more time. Jackson says yellow. Okay, let's try. Ready? One more chance. Ready? Okay, so you do this, and you do this. Blue and red. Haley. Well, you were right. Ready? What do you do? What do you do? Are you turning? What's happening? Okay, maybe not. What's happening? Nothing's happening. Okay, he's going overtime. Okay, that one might need to be taken apart Gotta look into that one. So let's go back to the old standby. And I'll apply your guesses to this one. Ready, set. What's up, Mikey boy? Yellow and red. Doo-doo-doo. All right, dudes. I gotcha. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good day. Or you're gonna have a good day. Ha ha ha. Check you later. Peace out. Bye-bye.